Hey y'all, what's up? I'm Mimi, aka the Piscean Seer, and this is one of your daily collective messages. Like, and subscribe if you get anything out of this. Thank you so very much to those of you who do like, subscribe, and comment. It is always and forever going to be loved and appreciated. God, archangels, ancestors, ascended masters, cosmic guides, all beings of the highest and purest white light, only with the best interest of me and the collective at heart. You are always and forever welcome into my readings, okay? Please give my wonderful, fabulous, and amazing Piscean Seer family the best and most accurate information for them at this time. Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to the new subscribers, okay? Welcome to my beautiful subscribers who are already here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Thank you so very much for coming, and thanks for coming back. I was just sitting here laughing at myself, okay? That's why I'm cheesing, because I was making fun of myself because this Libra new moon energy is hitting me so hard, okay? Like yesterday I was so emotional, like I kind of had a bad day. But I mean, it wasn't the whole day. It was just like, the certain part of it after I recorded and stuff and went to work. Like that shit was just so hectic for no reason, okay? So that could be happening for you, okay? Things could be going wrong for good reason, okay? You could be like clearing out certain emotions and certain things like that, and I'm a Libra moon, okay? And so like a new moon in Libra, that shit was just fucking me up. So you can have Libra highly aspected in your chart, okay? But I feel like any energy that you could be feeling that isn't like, happy-go-lucky or whatever, it's all leading to a place of clarity. It says stopping to listen to my inner self. I can easily separate my intuition from my mental chatter. The clarity of my intuition is a sweet, simple fruit that tastes familiar, and the mental chatter is a confusing, bitter rind that I shall peel off and chuck into the garbage. So like, just don't let nothing fuck with your good mood. I mean, or if it does, then express yourself, okay? I just cried because that's what I be doing when I be upset, okay? I be crying like a baby, okay? And once I'm done crying, then I feel better. I get my shit together and I can think, because I express myself. So Mars is telling you to do that, okay? Really express yourself and like don't be afraid to like be generous or to give, even if you feel like that's not being reciprocated with everybody on the outside of you. Like some people just aren't in a place to help you, and some people just really don't have it in them. They're not even thinking about that. It's not even a thing in their mind, but that shouldn't make you change from being your beautiful, generous self, okay? And it has a lot to do with your generosity and just how kind and amazing you are, and how you choose not to jump straight to war anymore, and that all of that makes you very attractive at this time. So it's really important that you do that. And I see communication, okay? So communicating with the divine very clearly at this time is important too. I feel like you're taking in a lot of energy in order to help you to reach your ultimate potential, okay? So I'm hearing new, okay? The new moon, okay? It is a time for you to like focus on any new manifestations that you might want to create, anything new that you want to see in your life. Now's the time to like pull your little pen and your cute little notebook out and start jotting down some of the things that you want to see grow in this moon cycle that's just been introduced to us. And also, this new moon is bringing in quite a bit of justice, okay? Quite a bit of karma for some people, all right? So, you could be feeling that, okay? You could be feeling other people's emotions from their karma that they're going through with this energy that just came in, baby, okay? Now let's get the overall energy. Oh, and I see no need to do, okay? So don't feel like you have to like do too much or do everything or like overwork yourself, especially if you feel like a little bit emotional. Like just take your time, okay? Just chill. Just do what you need to do, okay? And don't be trying to do like way more than you need to do, okay? We got Everyone's a Teacher, okay? The song, Who's Calling My Phone? Okay, people could be calling your phone, or you could be about to get some communication from somebody soon, okay? It says, everyone's a teacher. Everyone I cross paths with is a teacher in that moment. The ones who give me the fun lessons I call friends. The ones who give me the hard lessons I sometimes call a-holes. They've chosen a tough job, but someone's got to do it. So today, I'm thanking all the a-holes. Thank you, a-holes, for playing your part in making me me a better person. And that's what I was saying, right? About the people, like some people, you know, they just really can't help, or they just really like aren't in a place to be very positive. And I feel like you think very positively, and it really has the ability to like irritate certain people and make them, you know, push them more into the a-hole mode. You would think it would be the opposite, right? You'd be very nice, you're very positive thinking, you're trying to like boost the energy of yourself and others, and you would think people would meet you halfway with that, but everybody don't operate like that. Some people, it pushes them more into an asshole type of place, you know, so you just have to like be aware of that and just move around accordingly, okay? It says, in the garden of my mind, I water the good thoughts and weed out the bad ones. I throw in forgiveness and empathy seeds by the handful if I want, and I take a lawnmower to that jealousy and resentment patch. I'm a pretty badass mind gardener, you know? See her? She watering her motherfucking self, okay? So make sure that you tend to your own garden, to your energy at this time, and don't give too much that you can't give to other people. Like you said already, no need to do, you know. Don't feel like you have to do too much. Baby girl, let me see what you dress. Let me see what you're on. Alright. So you're in this star power ass energy, okay? Like, I feel like that doesn't really need to be said though. Woo, snap. So on the outside of you, there is some clearing going on. That's what I was saying. A lot of like karma coming in to certain people. A lot of things being cleared out of your energy, out of your emotional field, out of your consciousness that is no longer serving you, you know? So just release at this time. Like, let it burn. Let it burn. Gotta let it burn. I hear that. I hear that so clear in my head, okay? What are you saying? Seeing faces I ain't supposed to. Got somebody here, but I want you, because the feeling ain't the same. Got myself right hurt, you know what I mean? Ladies, tell me, do you understand? Now my fellas, can you feel my pain? It's the way I feel. I know I made a mistake, now it's too late. I know she ain't coming back. Okay, it could be an ex that's really feeling the karma for leaving you, baby, okay? Like, they really want you back. The song said, I got drinks, jokes, sex, and cash. Those are 4 things I can guarantee my love, okay? So that's what you got. You got the drinks, you got the jokes, you got the sex, you got the cash, you got whatever it is that they might need. And I feel like somebody is really regretting leaving you behind, or like they want you, they miss you so bad, but they don't feel confident enough to even come toward you. Like, they already know that they fucked up big time, you know. And it doesn't necessarily only have to be exes, but that's just the energy that I picked up on, okay? It says, clearing the body of residual outside energies, separating our energies from the energies of others, and resetting, okay? What else? We got friends. It says, situations involving people we consider friends or associates. This involves those who have energetic access to us on a regular basis, okay? So it could be some like frenemies with this friend and enemies energy. It says, those who plot against you in the shadows and in the light, wanting to see your downfall and coming between you success and the light, you know? I feel like people didn't really give thanks or weren't very appreciative of you and the things that you teach. You know, I feel like you was like putting these people up on game on like how to timeline jump, and just talking to them about the things that you were interested in. You were educating these people's souls, okay? But they didn't even realize, or they weren't even aware, you know. I feel like they were so busy trying to make war with you, or so busy trying to compete with you, that they ended up getting themselves cleared out of your energy. You know, you could have been someone who was supposed to be a light worker in certain people's lives, okay? You definitely work very closely with the forces of light, because you are a force of light yourself, okay? You are a force of light incarnate, okay? And so I feel like it was only a matter of time before like any energies around you, you know, any fucking baby witches, anybody trying to bind you, anybody trying to be a Judas in your life, anybody shape shifting, having one face for you and having a face about you to other people. No, anybody trying to karma transfer, like, it's all been cleared. And if it ain't been cleared, it's being cleared. Look at family peeking out from under here, okay? This includes family members that you, like, could have considered yourself close to, or could have considered yourself being friends with. You know, I feel like you dealt with a lot of incubus, succubus type of energies for a very long time, and that energy is still being cleared, even if you feel like you've been free of it long enough for it to be clear already, or maybe you took a million spiritual baths since then, and maybe you just meditate and pray every day and you do every single thing you need to do to keep your energy clear. It still takes a long time for really traumatic situations and relationships with people to clear out of your energy for good. Okay, so know that a lot of that is being cleared at this time, and with this empath poking out right here in the middle, you can really be feeling it, like I said. Okay, and also you catching the evil eye still. Okay, like it's still happening, so it's really important that you just maintain your peace at this time. Like, now is a time of building and expanding and working with yourself and working through any issues that you might have. It's not really a time to like waste your time entertaining any enemies or anybody who has already been cleared from your life and from your consciousness. Okay, it's a time of new beginnings. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Gratitude is a must. Yeah, we got conflict and defeat. Okay, so somebody could be feeling defeated about your new beginnings. Okay, I don't know, maybe trying to bring conflict to your life, or just feeling conflicted within themselves because of choices that they've made when it comes to dealing with you. Yeah, we got partnerships and alliances. Like I said before, they didn't appreciate your partnership and your alliance. Like, they didn't appreciate the things that you brought to their life. They didn't see it until you stopped bringing it. Yeah, with the heart chakra, okay, and the firm foundation, baby. I feel like you make people feel very safe, very stable, very secure when they're with you. They really know that they can count on you, even if you haven't always been there or always been able to cover things. I feel like people really lean on you because, like, you're very responsible, and they're not really used to you putting yourself first. And I feel like those kind of moves really caused a lot of issue. There's been like a whole lot of spiritual war just about you and your own space and you being able to maintain your fucking boundaries. And it's like the nerve of the very people that's getting mad was the ones who was trampling all over your boundaries and not giving a fuck about nothing that you had going on. What's new beginnings and conflict and defeat? Okay, we got material and spiritual prosperity. So now, baby, you've been set up right for this material and spiritual prosperity, and it's like a whole nother reason why they worry you, right? Why they want to go against you. But he's saying like it all stems from like the original reason why they got mad, because you stopped letting them trample all over your boundaries. I feel like if anybody picks at you or tries to have an issue with you or try to have a problem with you, it's really something way small from a way long time ago. It really has nothing to do with like whatever it is that you're doing, even if it's some past life shit. It's just like people's true faces just really showing. You just need to pay attention and you just need to trust your fucking intuition. Okay, what's conflict and defeat and partnerships and alliances? We got triumph. Okay, but no matter what conflict or what defeat you had to face in the past, or who's feeling conflicted or defeated about you moving forward, you still moving forward triumphantly, and nobody can stop you. You're so protected. It's who I heard is nasty. Okay, like it's so nasty the way that your protection is passing this karma out. Like motherfuckers is really catching it. Okay, what's partnerships and alliances and heart chakra? We got the third eye chakra. Okay. So I feel like this could be something that you're seeing, something that you're noticing, the irony of people's situations and what they're going through, and how, like it's almost like the roles are reversed with you and certain people, okay? What was this? 344 could be significant. Also 676 could be significant, okay? And we got triumphant success right here again, period. Got a nigga drunk in love, I'm wasted. Okay, so you could be like about to be really drunk in love with life, really drunk in love with the choices that you've made. I feel like this triumphant success in your future that you see for yourself is perfectly possible, and it could definitely be something that you've already begun to work at or to work toward. Okay, 616 or 661, baby. Okay, that could be significant. We got recognition and reward. Come on, you're about to receive some sort of recognition and reward. It's all about something that you've removed from your shadow, some sort of mental conflict that you've cleared for yourself. Maybe you had to emotionally withdraw from like certain situations and certain people, but whatever you've done to like clear out yourself or focus on yourself, it's brought some positive movement forward, okay? And you might feel like, you're suffering in silence or like no one understands, but I feel like certain things, it's really important for you to face those things alone in order for you to really truly build your power. Like you need to be able to credit all of your growth and all of your success and all of your accomplishments to yourself and to the divine, okay? You need to be able to credit everything to God, okay? Because that's what it is. That's the force that's really for real moving in your life. You know, the song Fighting to Keep Us Together. Hope it's worth a try. You ain't always been an angel, but heaven's on our side, okay? You can be real with me. That's why you still with me. Come on. This is my song. This is Issues / Hold On by Tiana Taylor. I've been really feeling Tiana Taylor lately. Like, I just got on her vibration or something. What's New Beginnings, Material, Spiritual Prosperity, and Conflict and Defeat. We got the King of Wisdom, okay? Or the King of Cups, baby. So, like, your emotional maturity is gorgeous, okay? You're in such a beautiful, powerful, angelic type of energy, you know? And I feel like people kind of feel like, you know, they meet this strong arm that you got going on, you know, because he's doing this, you know. He's caring for his heart and he's pushing out anything that isn't serving him emotionally. You know what I'm saying? He's protecting his own self, his own angelic energy by knowing exactly when to give people the strong arm, you know, when to give it to them, okay? And I feel like that's what's really getting you everywhere, you know. And people kind of misunderstand that energy, like you're being cold or you're being hard or, you know, you're being too rough on them or you're being too separate from them. But I think that you communicate things very clearly. And if you feel like you don't, then I mean, try a little bit harder to do that. But I feel like you're very clear with people. It's not that confusing how you feel, you know. But they just kind of don't understand this level of emotional maturity. Like, they just don't have it for themselves. They don't have their own boundaries. They allow other people to trample their boundaries, okay? What's Conflict and Defeat, Triumph, and Partnerships and Alliance? We got the 8 of Wisdom, okay? Or the 8 of Cups. And that's why you walking away from these people. And the song again, okay? Hold on, don't let me go. You know, I feel like people are like energetically crying out for your energy, like crying out for you to like hold on to them or to like put more hope, more time, more effort, more energy into them. But I feel like this, even when you do, or if you do give them another chance, or if you do try to stay open, or if you do try to be as loving as possible, if you do try to give, it's like the more you give, the less they give. And it's just a trick to get you back into this same dynamic where you giving and giving and giving and all they fucking doing is taking. So please continue to stand your ground and to keep your boundaries in check, and don't let anybody make you feel like an asshole for doing that shit or for putting yourself first. What's Partnerships and Alliance, Third Eye Chakra and Heart Chakra? I feel like Mars talking to us, okay? We got the 3 of Wisdom, because now is a time of celebration, you know. That's why you're seeing things so clearly. That's why you're working so closely with the divine. That's why your heart chakra health is so important. Because now is a time for you to celebrate, for you to actually get a return on all of that shit you was giving and giving and giving that nobody reciprocated with you on, you know? What's Heart Chakra, Triumphant Success, and Firm Foundation? We got the 9 of Wisdom, okay? A whole lot of cups, baby. But that's wish fulfillment, you know? And of course, there's still these things, you know, these little lower vibrational energies in the back who want to get you or who see your shit laid out and they want to take a little bit of it. And I feel like it's cool. Like, don't even worry about nothing. They can't take shit from you. And it's okay for you to be chill because you already know that the divine is fighting for you, baby. We got Judgment, okay? Period. We got Judgment and we got the 9 of Intelligence, okay? Or the 9 of Swords, you know? Like, I feel like people are in some serious contemplation, you know? Just them and their little entity attachments. You see them up here? Them and their entity attachments sitting alone in the dark, you know? And them also, there's this energy of you, right? This being you, being a master of that energy of the 9 of Swords, being a master of acknowledging anxiety and pushing that shit out of your energy at any time, being a master of your own consciousness, and these people being on the outside trying to like affect you with that very same energy that they already done beat you down with. Like, they can't even get you no more, okay? We got Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, okay? And Gemini, Libra, Aquarius out here. If I look the 2 words away. What's the 3 of Wisdom and the 9 of Wisdom? Come on. Okay. So we got the Emperor. So, I mean, baby, like you're set, you're good, you know. But I mean, it kind of fell upside down. And I don't really, I mean, I didn't feel like it needed to stay upside down, though, you know. I feel like it's just an energy of like people trying to turn your stability, trying to turn where you're at, trying to turn you all together upside down on your head as if you deserve some sort of karma. But you don't. You deserve this stability, this firm foundation that you're sitting on, okay? Triumph came out here twice. And material and spiritual prosperity. And a whole new beginning. And the actual firm foundation card, okay? Your shit is set, strong. Exactly where it needs to be. We got the 10 of charisma at the bottom of the deck. That's the 10 of pentacles, okay? Because your shit is set, firm, strong, exactly where it needs to be, okay? You could have somebody wanting to come around and flirt with you or spend more time with you, put more energy into you, okay? What's the King of Wisdom, Judgment, and the 8 of Wisdom? We got Cannonball. I'm sorry. No, Cannonball, if I hurt you, I'm sorry, you know? And I feel like these people, like, that's fake ass sorry energy, right? You know, that's sorry not sorry type of shit. Because people that's doing cannonballs while everybody's chilling and relaxing don't really give a fuck if they wet nobody, okay? They don't care about nobody's hair or nobody's phone or nothing. They just cannonball for their own enjoyment. They're very inconsiderate, right? And so I feel like that's kind of the energy of these people that are under judgment around you, okay? What else? What's 8 of wisdom, 9 of intelligence, and the 3 of wisdom? We got you deserve it, baby, okay? So everything that's coming toward you, know that you deserve it, okay? Don't be feeling guilty or feeling bad or, you know, wanting to go back or letting people pull at your heartstrings when you know they're getting karma for some shit that they already done to you, you know? What's the 3 of wisdom, the emperor, and the 9 of wisdom? That's something I was literally crying about this morning, okay? We got stalking hard as fuck, okay? Stalking you hard as fuck, okay? So people are paying a lot of attention to you. But it's these people that's getting their ass whooped by the divine. You know, they can't believe they're getting their ass whooped like this because they thought it was a game. When you started saying shit like that, when you started saying, well, karma is real. And it's cool because you're going to get exactly what it is that you deserve, you know? And I feel like Mars kind of wants you to have that kind of mentality, you know? Like, it might seem very harsh, but it's not your place to help them, okay? They earned that energy, and it ain't really much you can do anyway. Like I said before, you're just going to be in the same place where you're giving and giving and giving to somebody who just is there to take because they're in need now. Because when you was in need, they couldn't spare a dollar or nothing, or a kind word, or a word of encouragement, or nothing for you. What's Cannonball? I'm sorry if I hurt you and you deserve it, baby. It says various aspects of the mind manifest, my bad, various aspects of the mind of God manifest itself in different processes, you know? And I feel like all of these things that you've gone through this whole process, like, it has truly manifested, like, the mind of God within you, you know? Like, now your consciousness is aligned with the way that the divine operates and thinks, okay? And you never could have got there if you didn't walk out the door. She said, I might wake up and I'm mad at you, but baby boy, I know you like a little attitude, you know? It's like even the people that you've walked away from, like, they see it in you too. Like, they see that God energy, like, all within you and all over you. It's undeniable. And a lot of them know where you came from. They seen where you been. They seen the kind of shit you was doing and the kind of shit you was into. And they was judging you and talking about you and acting like you wasn't shit and you wasn't never gonna be shit. But surprise, here you are being that shit. You the shit right now, okay? And they cannot believe it, okay? So yeah, they stalking you hard as fuck because they just can't. It's like a train wreck, okay? They want to look away, but they just can't, okay? Once you deserve it, baby, is stalking you hard as fuck, okay? We got Black Androdite, okay? Black Androdite Garnet, okay? It says, my link with the earth is strong, my energies are pure, I am protected, and I am able to manifest my highest good at all times, okay? And they just never seen that coming from you. And that's the funny part, right? That's why they always saying, oh, you never know who you're dealing with. You never know who you talk to. Be careful how you treat people, because you never know how the tables might turn, how that wheel might turn. But I feel like people ignored all of this. It's like this really big energy of you giving out warnings, okay? Or of people getting warnings from other people about how they was treating you while they was in the middle of treating you like that. And they just laughed that shit off. Ace of Swords, come on. Yeah, with the Six of Pentacles, they laughed that shit off. And now they ain't got nothing coming, and while the divine is blessing you, okay? Okay. We got the Seven of Cups, okay? And we got the Five of Swords. So, I mean, like I said, right now your dreams are open to you. You're very aware of your options. You know that there's so many possibilities and opportunities out you for you to just, pick and choose from. I feel like everything is just open to you at this time. Even if you feel a little bit stuck, or you feel a little bit emotional, or you don't necessarily know how things are about to turn out. You can't see the future, and it could be making you just a little bit anxious because, you're used to like having a good plan or having a layout of the future. It's like you just have this vision of the future, but you don't necessarily know how you're going to end up being there. And I feel like that's how your divine guides like it, So try not to fight against them so much, and avoid this energy of like feeling defeated, like just surrender to the divine as much as possible, and just make sure you don't self-sacrifice or self-sabotage trying to go back and help other people when you're not even done building or helping yourself or following your directions that the divine has given you. Let those people experience their journey and figure out the glory of God and what he can do in their life on their own, just like they made you do. What's the Seven of Cups and the Five of Swords? We got the Death card. Hello. Because it's your new beginning, okay? The song, he can only hold her for so long. What did she say? How can he have her heart when it's already stole, okay? I feel like spirit, God, the divine, like they already stole your heart, baby. Okay? It's like, and there's now nothing that like can replace that energy within you. It's nothing that anybody could do. And it's like, it makes it real hard to get at you, right? To come in and play with your emotions with this Queen of Cups energy. Because it's like now, even though you came out as the King of Cups, I feel like you're very balanced in your energies, and you're just not letting nobody come in and take this Ace of Pentacles or this energy, this relationship that you have with the divine. Like, now that you see it, you can't unsee it. And you don't care, like, who it is either. Nobody's being put in front of you or in front of that relationship that you have with the divine. And that's exactly where Spirit wants you to be at. It says, I'm willing to let go of a past version of myself, okay? So just release the past and everybody that you cut off with it, if that's what you feel called to do. If you feel called to give people another chance, or to work with people in different ways, by all means. I'm just here to give you a little bit of advice, and you take what it is that you need from it, Scorpio and Aquarius can be highly significant. It is about to be Scorpio season, like in 2 days, I think, on the 23rd. Okay, it's gonna be we stepping into Scorpio season, so get ready for that. Okay. Yeah. A lot of spiritual transformations going on, okay? A lot of new beginnings coming in. Like I said at the beginning, a lot of clearing, a lot of letting go. But there also could be like sudden upheaval, sudden unexpected changes and unexpected happenings. Like I was saying about yesterday, my day was like so irritating at the end, and just all kind of shit was happening. And it was just really getting on my nerves, And then it's like at the end of the day, I didn't even make enough money to get what I wanted to fucking get yesterday. I just had to get gas to make sure that I could still work tomorrow, and I was so irritated. I was just done with it, and I just sat there and I just cried and expressed my frustrations and my irritations, and I just prayed, and then I just took my ass to bed, and with the idea that tomorrow is gonna be much better, and what do you know, it is. What's the final thought on this? We got Kali Mahamaya, okay? In my top deep, talking off on the regular like we not lit. So it says Kali Mahamaya is Kali Ma, the spiritual truth beneath all appearances, the healing waiting to be discovered in all experiences, in harmony with your higher self. She manifests the path upon which you can best learn, heal, and grow. She is unclothed, symbolizing unconditional authenticity. She is the empowerment to discard conditioning and judgments that we have worn. Cast off the fearful constraints others have imposed upon you. Connecting to your authentic being will attract healing, guidance, and divine grace to you now, okay? So let me see. It says life circumstances that, so Kali Mahamaya knows life circumstances that will best evoke your sacred fulfillment, you know? So it's like all these circumstances, all these things that you've been through, this journey you've walked, it was all in the name of you finding sacred fulfillment, you know? It says from gentle blessings to heart-stretching challenges that bring out courage and confidence you never knew you had. She weaves the circumstances into being that will cause you to grow, awaken, and fulfill your divine potential. Okay? So it's all happening for you, baby. Every single bad day, every single fuck ass friend or hater or anybody trying to tear you down, all of that is for your improvement and for your growth. And as long as you look at it like that and you know that, like, okay, whatever, it's just a bad moment, everything will be cool later, then you good, okay? Then you doing it right and you understanding it for real. It says, through her carefully chosen life lessons, the heart becomes spiritually prepared to dispense with mainstream consciousness, okay? You getting rid of that mainstream consciousness. You don't need that. Okay? It says the soul begins to move away from the limitations and absence of personal responsibility that accompanies mass conditioning, okay? So you're shedding mass conditioning. That's not a one-day thing, okay? It takes a while. It says the inner spiritual eye flutters open and new realities open up. Her appearance signifies that mass consciousness and mainstream interpretations of events cannot support your soul path. It is only through looking for the deeper spiritual purpose, which a life lesson that you will cut through the confusion to obtain clarity. Hold on. It became a run-on sentence somewhere. It says, it is only through looking for the deeper spiritual purpose within a life lesson that you will cut through the confusion to obtain clarity and attract all you need to heal and transform the situation at hand. Listen to your heart rather than allowing conventional beliefs to create fear in your mind, okay? So don't freak out, okay? It says that she arises spontaneously as a protective bearer of universal truth when a situation has become unnecessarily complicated or confusing to the heart. The truth she awakens may provide immediate relief, or it may not be easy to accept at first. Either way, you are promised revelations that shall ultimately lead you beyond deception or beyond what is simply not right for you, okay? So you're always going to be course corrected. Spirit always going to let you know what is not right for you. And if you refuse to move away, or you feel like it's hard for it to happen, guess what's going to happen? Some miraculous and serendipitous shit which removes that person that is not good from you from your life. I mean, that person that's not good for you from your life, okay? So be aware that that's how that shit works, okay? And you know, just let things fall where they may and contain, like I said, continue to be happy and joyous and to follow your bliss and to think positively and to look at all of these situations like teachable moments, because that's exactly what they are, okay? It says she protects you from that which is unworthy of your heart and has constrained your spirit. And I just said constraint, okay? And I did not see that, okay? So I mean, don't feel like anything that's happening isn't supposed to be happening, okay? Everything is happening the way it's supposed to be happening. And it might piss you off to hear that, but I mean, shit, life is life, okay? Just go along your journey, and I promise you it will make sense in the end, as long as you continue to communicate with the divine and you kind of stay away from warring with other people that are a part of your family at the end of the day, you know, no matter what color they are or where they come from or what they're into, okay? They all just a part of, big ass part of this family, okay? And we all got family members we don't like, okay? So with that, I'm done. I hope you guys have a happy, fabulous, wonderful, and amazing day, that you got something that you need out of this, and I will see you later, my love. Bye.